Hey, gents. Welcome back to the channel, where we uncover the hidden truths that most people never even think to question. Now, here's something that's bound to blow your mind. Have you ever wondered why Sigma males are so resilient to outside influence? Why, in a world that's constantly trying to shape how we think, behave, and even feel, the Sigma male stands firm, unshakable, and immune to all of it. Picture this. The world is like a giant machine, and most people are just cogs in it, spinning along with everyone else. But Sigma males? They're not even part of the machine. They're the ones standing outside, observing it all. In today's video, we're going to break down exactly why Sigma males are so incredibly difficult to brainwash. Trust me, gents, by the end of this, you'll see why being a Sigma male is the ultimate form of freedom. Now, grab a seat, relax, and get ready to dive into a conversation that's going to challenge how you see the world and how you see yourself. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the community of men who live life on their own terms. Let's get into it. Number 1, they think for themselves. First up, gents, Sigma males are not swayed by groupthink. It's easy to get caught up in what the majority believes, isn't it? Think about how trends blow up overnight. Social media, advertisements, even the news, everything is designed to get you thinking in a certain way. Most people don't even notice that they're being influenced. But a Sigma male? Oh no, he's the last guy to fall for it. Let me paint a picture. Imagine a crowded room where everyone's shouting the same opinion. Maybe it's about politics. Maybe it's the latest social issue. Everyone's fired up, convinced they're right. But there's one guy at the back of the room, arms crossed, calmly observing. That's the Sigma. He's not interested in what the crowd is shouting. He's more focused on figuring out why they're shouting it in the first place. He's the guy who asks, what's really going on here? What's the agenda? Sigma males have this innate ability to question the narrative. They dig deeper. They don't just accept the surface-level story. And that's why brainwashing them is almost impossible. How do you control someone who's always questioning everything? You can't. To put it simply, a Sigma male has mastered the art of independent thinking. He's his own man, and that makes him untouchable. Number 2, they're immune to peer pressure. Now, let's talk about something that breaks most people, peer pressure. We've all been there, right? You're at a party, everyone's drinking, and even though you don't feel like it, you grab a drink just to fit in. Or maybe it's something bigger, like going along with a career choice, because that's what your family expects of you. But a Sigma male? Peer pressure doesn't even register on his radar. You know why? Because he's not playing the same game. While most people are out there trying to fit in, trying to impress others, the Sigma couldn't care less. And that's what makes him a total enigma to those around him. Here's a story for you. Imagine you're in high school again, and everyone's talking about this new trend. Let's say it's the latest expensive sneakers. Everyone's buying them, showing them off, making sure they're part of the in crowd. But there's one guy who's still rocking his old, beat-up shoes, and he doesn't care at all. In fact, he kind of likes that he's different. That's the Sigma. He's completely detached from the need for validation. Gents, this kind of self-assurance is rare. Most people are driven by the fear of not fitting in, but not the Sigma male. His self-worth doesn't come from others, and that's why peer pressure rolls right off his back. You can't brainwash someone who doesn't care about impressing others, because brainwashing relies on tapping into people's desire to belong. And a Sigma male? He's already found belonging within himself. Number 3, they're critical thinkers. Now, let's level up the conversation, gents. You see, Sigma males aren't just indifferent to external influences. They actively dismantle them through critical thinking. Critical thinking is like a superpower in today's world, where information is coming at us faster than we can process it. Picture this. You're scrolling through your social media feed, and you see an article with a sensational headline, something that's designed to provoke an emotional reaction. Most people would just click, skim the article, and accept whatever narrative is being pushed. But a Sigma male? He stops. He questions. Who wrote this? What's their agenda? What are they trying to get me to believe? That's the difference, gents. Sigma males are wired to analyze and critique everything. They don't take anything at face value. This makes them incredibly hard to influence because manipulation relies on people blindly accepting what they're told. Sigma males are like detectives. They sniff out the truth, even when it's hidden beneath layers of noise. Let me give you an example. Imagine a Sigma male watching a news report. While others might accept the news as gospel truth, the Sigma male is already thinking about the biases behind the story, the motivations of the media, and the bigger picture that's not being shown. He's always thinking 3 steps ahead, and that critical thinking acts as a shield against brainwashing. Number 4, they don't follow herd mentality. Herd mentality, the classic tool of brainwashing. If everyone's doing it, it must be right? Wrong. At least, not for a Sigma male. Gents, the Sigma doesn't care about what the herd is doing. In fact, the more the crowd moves in one direction, the more likely the Sigma is to go the opposite way. Imagine being at a concert, and the entire crowd starts chanting for the band to play a specific song. Most people would join in without even thinking, just caught up in energy. But the Sigma? He's watching the crowd, analyzing why everyone's so quick to follow each other without questioning it. He's not swept up in the collective energy. He's his own person. And that's the key, gents. Herd mentality is one of the most effective ways to manipulate people. When everyone's thinking the same way, it's easy to convince yourself that you must be right. But a Sigma? He doesn't care about being right according to the crowd standards. He cares about being right for himself. So, when society tries to push certain beliefs or behaviors, the Sigma male isn't swayed. He knows that just because the majority believes something doesn't mean it's true, and that independence of thought is what makes him immune to brainwashing. Number 5, they value solitude. Now let's get into something that sets Sigma males apart from most people: solitude. Gents, solitude isn't just being alone. It's about embracing that time alone to reflect, to grow, and to understand yourself better. Sigma males aren't afraid of being alone because they know that true strength comes from within. Think about it. Most people crave constant interaction. Whether it's through social media, texting, or hanging out with friends, there's this need to always be connected. But Sigma males? They find power in being alone. When they're by themselves, they're not lonely. They're recharging. Imagine a Sigma male out in nature, taking a long hike in the mountains. No phone, no distractions, just him and his thoughts. It's in these moments of solitude that Sigma males gain clarity and insight that others miss. They're not influenced by the noise of the world because they've learned how to turn that noise off and listen to their inner voice. This ability to thrive in solitude is another reason why Sigma males are so hard to brainwash. When you spend enough time alone, you develop a deep understanding of who you are and what you believe. External influences lose their power because you've already built a strong foundation within yourself. Number 6, they understand their emotions. Here's another thing that sets Sigma males apart. Gents, they have a deep understanding of their emotions. Now, this might seem counterintuitive at first. You might think that emotional people are easy to manipulate, and that's often true. But Sigma males are different. They're not emotionless, they're emotionally aware. Sigma males have spent time getting to know their emotions, understanding what triggers them, and learning how to control their reactions. This emotional mastery makes them incredibly difficult to manipulate because emotional manipulation is one of the primary tools used to brainwash people. Imagine a situation where someone is trying to provoke a Sigma male, trying to get an emotional reaction out of him. Maybe they're insulting him, maybe they're trying to stir up anger or fear. But instead of reacting impulsively, the Sigma remains calm, collected, and in control. He sees the manipulation for what it is and refuses to give in. This emotional intelligence is another layer of protection against brainwashing. When you understand your emotions, you can't be swayed by others trying to use them against you. Sigma males feel deeply, But they don't let those emotions control their decisions, and that makes them incredibly difficult to influence. Number 7. They're lifelong learners. Gents, if there's one thing that defines a Sigma male, it's his thirst for knowledge. Sigma males are always learning. Whether it's reading, studying new topics, or simply observing the world around them, they're constantly evolving. And here's why that's important. The more you know, the harder it is for someone to control you. Knowledge truly is power, and Sigma males understand this better than anyone. They're not stuck in their ways. They're adaptable, flexible, and open to new ideas. But that doesn't mean they're easily swayed. In fact, it's the opposite. Because Sigma males are constantly learning, they're always questioning. They don't just accept information. They process it, analyze it, and decide for themselves what's worth keeping. This mindset makes it incredibly difficult to brainwash them because they're never satisfied with surface-level knowledge. They dig deep, they look for the truth, and they refuse to be spoon-fed someone else's version of reality. Number 8. They're fiercely independent. Finally, gents, let's talk about the cornerstone of the Sigma male mindset: independence. Sigma males are fiercely independent, both in thought and action. They don't rely on others to tell them what to believe or how to live their lives. They don't follow trends, and they don't seek validation from society. Imagine a Sigma male building a life that's completely his own. He's chosen his career, his hobbies, and his relationships based on what makes him happy, not what others expect of him. He doesn't care if his choices are unconventional or misunderstood by others. He's living life on his own terms, and that independence is his greatest strength. You see, gents, brainwashing relies on conformity. It's about getting people to think and act the same way. But how do you control someone who doesn't need anyone else's approval? How do you manipulate a man who's completely self-sufficient, who values his own opinion above all others? You can't. And that's why Sigma males are so difficult to brainwash. So, gents, there you have it. 8 powerful reasons why Sigma males are nearly impossible to brainwash. They think for themselves, resist peer pressure, question everything, and live life on their own terms. And here's the takeaway. You can adopt these traits too. You don't have to follow the crowd or be influenced by the noise of the world. You can become a critical thinker, someone who values independence and self-awareness above all else. If you're ready to take your life to the next level and embrace the Sigma mindset, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and join this community. Together, we're building a group of men who live with purpose, who refuse to be controlled, and who are dedicated to living life on their own terms. Having said this, stay sharp, stay focused, and until next time, keep embracing that Sigma mentality.